Good evening. Welcome to tonight's school board reorganizational meeting. We'd like to please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Howard, roll call, please.
Absolutely. Mr. Clare,
Here.
Mr. Bushy.
Here.
Dr. Creighton,
Yes.
Mrs. Beachy,
Here.
Mr. Gerhart, Mr. Linder,
Here.
Mr. Sensenig,
Here.
Mrs. Walker,
Here.
Mrs. Ginrick.
Here.
8 members present.
Thank you. The December 2nd, 2024 school board reorganizational meeting is open to the public and is being streamed virtually. An executive session was held on December 2nd to discuss personnel matters. Need a approval for tonight's agenda.
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Do we have any, you see, we don't have any visitors tonight. And so we'll go into personnel. Need a motion for 5A.
I'll make a motion. Second.
Second. Questions? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
And at this point, we're going to go through the rules of engagement.
Okay. This is the annual school board reorganization meeting. And the purpose of this annual organization meeting is to organize the board for the coming year by electing a permanent president and a vice president. As you can see from the agenda, for the organization portion of the meeting, we will not take up regular legislative business of the board. The first order of business is to elect a temporary president to chair the organization meeting. Nominations will be taken, closed, and a roll call vote will be taken for each of the nominees. The nominee receiving the majority vote will become the temporary president and will proceed to take over the meeting. Next, the nominations and voting for the offices of president and vice president will take place in the same manner. So at this point, we will take nominations for the election of a temporary president.
Make a nomination for Mr. Linder.
I second.
Are there any further nominations? Okay, seeing none, and if there are no objections, I declare the nominations closed. Okay. As only one person was nominated, we will vote by roll call. All those in favor say aye. Those opposing indicate by saying no. Okay, take a roll. Mr. Clare.
Aye.
Mr. Bushy.
Aye.
Dr. Creighton.
Aye.
Mrs. Beachy. Mr. Linder.
Aye.
Mr. Sensenig.
Aye.
Mrs. Walker.
Aye.
And Mrs. Ginrick. Motion carries 8-0 with 1 absentee. Mr. Linder.
She handed it, but I know. We'll now move on to election for president. We're taking nominations. Would anybody like to make a nomination? I'll nominate Mike Clare. Do we have a second?
Make a second.
All right. Any other nominations? Being there's no other nominations, we'll close this nomination and take a roll call. Brian, will you take a roll call for this election?
Indeed, I will. Mrs. Ginrick. Mrs. Walker,
Yes.
Mr. Sensenig,
Yes.
Mr. Linder,
Aye.
Mrs. Beachy,
Aye.
Dr. Creighton,
Yes.
Mr. Bushy,
Aye.
Mr. Claire.
Aye.
Motion carries 8-0.
Moved in.
At this point, Mr. Claire takes over.
Vice President. Okay, okay. A list of members of the Board of School Directors for the year now beginning is linked to the agenda. Oh, that read. All right, we have elect a new vice president. I'll ask any nominations for vice president.
I'll nominate Steve Bushy.
I'll second that.
If there are no other nominations, we'll close it for vice president and we will do a roll call vote.
Mrs. Walker,
Aye.
Mrs. Kenrick,
Aye.
Mrs. Beachy,
Aye.
Mr. Bushy, Mr. Claire,
Aye.
Dr. Creighton,
Yes.
Mr. Linder,
Aye.
Mr. Sensenig.
Yes.
Motion carries 8-0 to 1. One absent.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Steve. All right, any modifications for board meetings beginning in January? Everybody okay with staying as we have?
Yeah. 6 o'clock, Monday. 6 o'clock.
Yeah, it's not putting in.
You're the one you changed.
We're good with the seating.
Yeah,
We can put it in.
Send out calendar invites for the whole thing.
Again.
And,
For
I
iPhone.
just did that because I just did them all.
Well, I've already asked for, yeah.
okay, the list of members of the school board directors for the following year will be linked to the agenda and can be found in board packets for review. Dr. X, comments?
Yeah, I just want to thank the board for another great year and recognize, I don't know if any of you saw the paper last week in Lancaster Online, how it talked about how over the past 10 years, how many superintendents have left their district and for a multitude of reasons. And all of you helped make this a really great place to work. So it's greatly appreciated and I'm looking forward to another great year. So thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, the other thing we have, the committee assignments. I think everybody said they would like to have their committee assignment. If you want to change your mind, and we'll just keep everything as is. Yeah, that's that. We have that. Anybody, yeah, that's what I'm looking at. You have a 13.
Board meeting.
Yeah.
Get to the next.
Okay. Their upcoming school board meeting will be December 16th here at the district office, 6 p.m. Have a meeting, German, motion,
Make a motion.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Adjourn.